Welcome back to my channel, Queen's Generational Wellness. I am your host, Miss Flowers. The other day I asked a question in the community tab. I wanted to know if there were some other things that you guys wanted me to talk about under the wellness category.
I was very specific to say under the wellness category because sometimes people think I want to talk about issues with their baby daddy. I mean, I guess that can fall under something, but I don't want to do that.
So the answer that I got to my question was, could I talk about hair loss and how hair is a sign of health? I know there are so many women looking for answers. I do believe it's a fixable thing with the right herbs and formulas, which I do think it's a fixable thing as well. But we first have to talk about 8 common reasons why your hair is falling out. The first one is hormonal imbalance. Your thyroid can be off, sometimes pregnancy, sometimes menopause, which is weird because some people, their hair grows like crazy, and then some people, their hair falls out. So getting your thyroid checked, checking out what your hormonal imbalances are. So those are a few things when it comes to hormonal imbalances. Then we have stress and emotional stress. Everybody knows sometimes your hair falls out from stress. I know for sure my hair definitely falls out from stress. The middle of my hair, when I was working in the school system, the middle of my hair would not grow. If it did grow, it fell out. And it was always like this much shorter than the rest of my hair. And my edges would fall out. My edges are already pretty thin. My edges would just fall. They would just fall out. They would grow right back, but they would keep falling out. Sometimes genetics play a role in your hair loss. Sometimes. I don't think it's all the time, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist, so I can't say that for sure, but and then we have medications, blood thinners, some acne medications, birth control, antidepressants, nutritional deficiencies. Sometimes your iron is super low. I know that was another reason why my hair was falling out. Your iron is super low. You need to get your iron checked. You need to get your thyroid checked better, because no matter what you put on your hair on the outside, if you're not eating the right things, your hair isn't going to grow. A lot of people have issues with mineral deficiencies, but they don't. I guess it depends on what kind of doctor you go to. They'll check your B12, your vitamin D. They'll check more than like the basic things that they usually check. Next up is tight hairstyles. I know people that have been wearing ponytails, tight ponytails since we were kids, and they have no hair on the side of their head. Nothing's there. It's bald, and they still continue to wear those tight ponytails. So tight hairstyles, some of you go get your hair braided and you know they done snatched the edges so much you look like tight hairstyles are just then we have physical trauma. Some people have been severely burned. They've been in car accidents, different things like that are very traumatic to your body can make your hair fall out. And even serious illnesses like autoimmune diseases, some of them can make your hair fall out. But also you have to check your shampoos. There's so many things that go in shampoos, conditioners. There was one product that it was working so great in everybody's hair. I'm not going to say the name, but it was one shampoo and conditioner. It was working great in everybody's hair. I used it too. It was working great in everybody's hair. Everybody's hair was growing. And then
a couple of months down the line, everybody's hair started falling out.
So I don't know if they changed what was in that shampoo and conditioner, or I don't know what went on with that. But I do remember talking to different people, and they were like, yeah, I used this in my hair, and everybody's hair was looking good. And then a couple of months later, hair was falling out. And everybody was trying to figure out why the hair was falling out. And that was the common denominator. For me, when I started searching around, looking for different things, natural things, shout out to Curly Proverbs, because everything that I learned about Ayurvedic, masks, oils, everything that I learned to get my hair to grow back and to get my hair to grow back, I came across Curly Proverbs. Curly Proverbs is the GOAT when it comes to Ayurvedic hair mask or hair care. She is the GOAT. And get some thickness in my hair. When I was doing it consistently, I learned all that stuff from her. Having, like I said before, the middle of my hair would not grow. My edges were falling out. And a lot of that was stress. But I did find a routine after searching mostly all of her videos, because she has so many videos. She's been doing this for, I want to say, at least 10, 15 years. She's been on YouTube making masks, mixing things up, making masks, oil treatments, different things that she does. There's so many different Ayurvedic herbs that you can use, but it depends on the results that you're trying to get. Henna was her go-to. I didn't try henna until recently because I felt like it was too messy and I really didn't want to deal with it. And it really is too messy and I really don't want to deal with it. So for me, cassia, amla, Bing Raj, and what am I forgetting? I can't remember the other one right now. I started off with just 3 or 4. I didn't start off with too many. Like later on when I started doing it more, I started getting different ones in there. But here's a few that you can look up. Marshmallow root, horsetail, nettle, ginseng, ashwagandha, like I said before, amla, burdock root, saw pimento, goji berries, which is an actual berry, fenugreek, that's one of her main ones as well. Aloe vera, even though it's a plant. Aloe vera, my hair loves aloe vera. Ginkgo biloba, that's another good one. Henna and cassia. And she takes different ones and she mixes them and she makes masks. That's her thing. So once I figured out what kind of mask that I wanted to make, my hair was growing so well. The middle of my hair, after I got it trimmed, it caught up with the rest of my hair. And I went to my hairstylist and she was like, what are you doing to your hair? It's a lot thicker than it was. Because before I had cancer, I had super thick hair. My hair was so thick. My hair was not curly. So when it grew back curly and it wasn't as thick as it was. Because cancer was traumatic and all my hair follicles didn't come back and all my hair had fell out. So it didn't grow back as thick as it was, but it grew back curly. So I had to go through a whole process of figuring out what to do with curly hair because I didn't have curly hair. So once you figure out what you're going to do and what Ayurvedic mask is going to work for you, you got to start eating better because it starts from the inside. You got to be consistent. So I made a mask. I made a mask the other day. The mask that I use, it makes my hair a lot softer, a lot more moisturized because my hair is super dry. Like I said, I'm going to be more consistent on doing the mask and taking care of my hair. So if y'all want to see how I make my mask and how I apply it, leave me something in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, and I'll talk to you guys soon.